Hi guys, this is your girl of Funvem, and so today I would love to talk about some examples of those who practicalize Nations Square amongst others. One is Jesus. That is one of our most practical and believable example. Jesus came for us. We know he died on the cross for us. Even at a certain point in Luke 22, he cried out loud and said, Father, this cup is too heavy. Nevertheless, let your will be done through me to your people. And we saw how he went ahead and bore our sins, and because of him our sins today are forgiven as individuals and as a nation, and we enjoy a victorious life because of what he did, and that same blood is still speaking for us today. Number two is Moses. We know that Moses was the leader of Israelite out of Egypt. He led a whole nation out of Egypt. Why? Because he understood the importance of God's power and presence. We saw in Exodus 33 verse 14, he cried out loud and said, God, if your presence do not go with us, please do not send me. And because of that, we saw that God went ahead of Moses, performing signs and wonders that led the children of Israel out of Egypt. And also we saw that because of Moses stood in gap of his people. God's wrath against his people was reversed several times. Why? Because Moses had love for his people. Number three, we talk about Queen Esther. We know that Esther, the queen, stood in gap of his people when a death sentence was made against the Jews. But in Esther 4, we saw how Esther cried for God's power to come down and deliver her people. And in Exodus chapter 7, we see how God heard the cry of Esther and saw her heart for her people and caused the king to reverse that death sentence. Why? Because God's power was at work through Esther. Number four, we talk about our lovely father Abraham. No doubt Abraham was made the father of all nations. Why? Because of he practicalized nations cry. We all know how he pleaded for Sodom and Gomorrah. We saw how he loved and cared for his people. Abraham in Genesis 18 verse 22 earnestly cried and humbly cried before the Lord for mercy over Sodom and Gomorrah, and God heard his cry. Why? Because Abraham had the heart for his people, and Abraham knew that it can only take the power of God for mercies to come down and for there should be a change of story. And so all these are examples and importance why we as Christians or as individuals should have that love for our brothers and sisters in order to stand in gap for them. And First Timothy 2 verse 1 says, I urge you and each and every one of us that supplications, intercessions, thanksgiving, and everything should be made to all people, and not only to us but to all people. And so Nations Cry is coming. Please let's anticipate this masterpiece. Let's share. Let's tell somebody to tell somebody that Nations Cry is coming. It's coming with power, and it will meet us all at the points of our need. Thank you all and stay blessed.